what's going on, everyone? Welcome. It's the Soft Step Trucking channel. Welcome to another video with the boy Soft Step. Hey, I just figured, I jump in here real quick. I gotta talk to some of these young folks who are coming into the game, and I notice a lot of these guys. Well, I don't notice. A lot of these guys are calling me up and asking me a lot of questions about this leasing game. Hey, let me tell you something, guys. This leasing game is not a game, bro. This leasing thing is not a game, okay? If you just got out of CDL, you just got out of trucking school, and you're working with a company for 6 months, and you think you have some money saved up in the bank, $25, $20, $30,000 saved up in the bank, and you want to go give this leasing shit a shot, go ahead, man. Go ahead, give it a shot. However, I just have to tell you that it's no game. It's not a game out here. Okay? When you go into a company, get a truck, lease it, and then you got to pay that lease. A lot of guys get into the leasing and they think, okay, it's the company's truck, so I don't have any responsibilities. No, man, you're wrong. You have lots of responsibilities, man. Everything that has to do with this truck comes back to you, bro. And some of the stuff will be under warranty, and some of these trucking companies will still try to take money out of you, even though the truck is under warranty. Okay? Just for the truck being in the shop, these people will take money out of you. Okay? And we're not gonna say who did what, and we're not gonna call any names and say anybody did anything, but I'm just telling you, I've seen it a number of times where I gotta fight it. I gotta call them up on the phone and say, hey guys, I shouldn't be paying for this stuff. You know what I mean? I'm not paying for this stuff. Right? They've tried it with me a couple times, and they won't tell you. Okay? A lot of these leasing companies, they have programs that they can actually help the drivers out, but they won't tell you until you're at the company long enough to figure out that yes, there's actually programs that you can enroll in while you're leasing the truck with this company that can actually help you ease some of the burden on the maintenance, on the fuel, etc., right? But starting out of trucking school, 6 months into getting your first job, going into leasing after that is not something I advise. I only advise it if you have some money saved up, $20,000, $30,000 saved up in the bank that you would want to spend. Okay? And I wouldn't say you would spend all the $20,000 to $30,000. What I'm saying is, if you're leasing a truck from a company and you have to go into your savings, that $20,000 that you saved up, that $30,000 that you saved up, and you have to go into that money once or twice, then it's time for you to start looking at a different company to work for, because obviously you're not making the cash flow to keep your business afloat, and chances are you're gonna either run in bankruptcy, you're gonna either not able to pay your bills, or you're gonna fall back on your bills and have to catch up some point. Some guys catch up later on, some guys can't, right? I was one of the guys who didn't catch on early because I was naive when I started my business first. I didn't catch on. I kept spending, hoping that things will get better every day. It never gets better, guys. It never gets better. You find out the stuff is not working out, just move on. Just cut your losses, move on, find a different company and go to. And this is why, some guys recommend driving for the company for a year or 2 years before you decide to get into leasing for the company. You know what I mean? If you're interested in going to the next level in trucking, then you need to work for a company for a year, 2 years, find out how they do things, and then if they have a lease program, you get onto the lease program. You know what I mean? It's a very hard thing to start out at one company, then leave that company and go to another company and start a lease program. When I say a lease program, I mean you get a truck from the actual company that you're working at. I'm not talking about you going to the dealership and taking out a truck. I'm talking about you going to a company that has a truck from the dealers, and you take on that truck, make the payments for that truck, buy the fuel for that truck, do the maintenance on that truck. It's a very slippery slope you're going down once you start doing this, or once you get yourself involved in this thing. So if you're not mentally ready for it, financially ready for it, just leave it alone. Okay, just leave it alone. Stay in a company, do a company job, and if you feel like you're ready after a few years of working as a company driver, then no problem. Go ahead, take a shot, because these trucking companies do lie to you. These people who call you, the recruiters, they do lie to you. I'm not saying all of them lie to you. I'm saying they do lie to you. Okay? And they'll tell you stuff to have you believe that this thing is going to, work wonders for you. Nah. Nope. It ain't, buddy. It's not like what you see it is. It's not what it is. Especially these days with the fuel and everything. No. Fuel prices, no. Everything's expensive. No. You go into the shop these days just for simple service. A lot of times you're spending over $1,000 just for service. You're spending over $2,000 just for service. Oil change, some of that stuff, tires, tire change, tire rotations. It can add up real quick, and all that money is not coming out of the company's pocket. All that money is coming out of your settlement that you get at the end of whatever period they pay at. Okay, just learn that. And there's a lot of little things that some of these companies put into your contracts that you don't find out until you start looking at your numbers and you start going, hey, my numbers don't look right. Why my numbers can't add up every week? And then you start finding out that you're paying for this, that, and the third, right? So if you are so inclined to go try out this leasing thing, just make sure you read over your contract. I'll advise anybody, make sure it's a contract that you can walk away from. Okay? If you get locked into one of these contracts, I'm telling you, it can ruin you. So just be mindful once you get involved with this leasing program. I don't discourage anyone from trying it, but it's a program that can really put you over the edge. It's a program that can really ruin your life. It's something that can damage you. Okay? I'm telling you from experience. It has damaged me before. But I keep pushing. Luckily, I was lucky in certain ways that I could keep pushing. I'm still pushing, still leasing, and I'm not discouraging anybody from leasing. I'm just telling you that you got to remember that you're running a business. You have to remember you're running a business. You quit talking to these people like you're working for them, as it relates to working as a company driver kind of thing. You have to talk to them like you're running a business. You got to remember you are running a business. Okay? You have your corporation, however you set up, you structure your business, and you have to file your taxes. You got to pay people to do stuff for you. Just remember you're running a business. Okay? And a lot of times you new folks who come out here, sign up, set up these businesses, license, get these businesses registered, a lot of stuff that you get in this business is attached to your name, attached to your SIN number. Okay? Remember this. Once you default on any equipment, on any loan that you get that's associated with your business, it's also associated with your SIN number. Just remember that. It's associated with your credit. Okay? So if your business gets shut down, or your business for whatever reason, you lose your business or your business didn't work out, a lot of the stuff is coming back at you. Okay, a lot of the stuff is coming back at you. It's going to be attached to your name. It's going to be attached to whatever lawsuit there is, or whatever consolidation or bankruptcy that you got to do. So just keep in mind, guys, once you think about getting into this leasing game. See, I didn't even know what the title of this video should be, you know, but I just figured I sit here and talk to some of these young guys who are getting into this trucking things, because I was over at a truck stop a couple days ago, and you know, one of these young lads came over to me, and he knows the company I work for, and he kept asking me, hey man, you know, how is it? So, you know, I'm not gonna bullshit the guy. I'm gonna give him the story straight up. I'm telling the guy straight up what it is. You know, it's not an easy game. It's something that you gotta really gotta put some thought process in, and you really have to be ready for it, because it's not easy. You know, it's not a game out here. I've seen this thing ruin people's lives, and I can attest to that, because it did ruin mine. You know, but I don't give up. So just make sure once you decide that you want to go leasing, I'm not even going to touch on the owner operator portion of it, because you know, that's another beast into itself. That's another beast. Owner operator, buying a truck for yourself and going out there, it's another beast. You know what I mean? Just if you're going to get involved in leasing, get involved in owner operating, just make sure you get a lot of info, ask a lot of questions, study, understand a lot of things about trucking and the trucks and the lanes, understand a lot of things about how companies run, right? Understand a lot of things about customers, and understand a lot of things about negotiating. Okay, you have to develop communication skills, how to talk to people who you're working for, dispatchers, talk to managers, supervisors. You know enough that you can actually negotiate, talk to people. You know, I'm not telling you if something doesn't go right in this company, you should just get up and quit because you're leasing and it doesn't go right. I'm just saying, if you know how to talk to people, you know, you can eventually get what you want. If you don't know how to talk, if you just sit there and think that these people are going to figure out what you want and figure out that you're struggling, then you're sadly mistaken. They don't care. They don't know nothing about you. Some of these guys have their own issues. Some of these guys are going through the same problems as you. They're having issues with customers. They're having issues with brokers. You know, they're having a hard time trying to keep their customers because there's so many competitions and all this stuff. They don't care about you. So you got to go out there and talk for yourself. You know what I mean? So anyway, guys, it's your boy Soft Step. You know, I just figured I'd come in here and talk to the young lads, you know, who are asking me all these questions about leasing. If you're not ready for it, if you don't have $25,000 to $30,000, just leave it alone, guys. I'm telling you, as simple as I can only put it simple. Just leave it alone. If you don't have that much money in the bank account, save up. And I'm not telling you to spend all of that money trying to lease a truck and trying to stay in business. No, I'm telling you, if you have to go into that savings 2 times out of 1 month to supplement your bills while you're leasing, then start looking for another company to go to the next month. Okay? Just take my advice. There's nothing good coming out of that. There's nothing good coming out of it. If you stay there, there's nothing good coming out of it. It's going to continue the same. Okay? Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe to the Soft Step Trucking channel. Once again, guys, peace. Thanks for watching. I'm out. Boom.